Yeah. Okay. I'll turn the sound up on this thing. There we go. Wait. Huh. Oh, here we go. Bam. Anybody online with me tonight? It's kind of late. Just getting a workout in. For anybody just joining me, I took a couple weeks off because I was sick. And now I'm fat. You look at my last video, my face is all sunk in, and I was all sucked up. And I'm getting pudgy. But I look healthy. So for anybody just joining me, I am an elite level, competitive power level lifter. One of the best over the age of 50, but I suffered an injury. I've taken a few months off, and now I'm just trying to figure out what the hell my life is right now. And I've decided I'm going to compete again. I don't know if I'll be able to get back to where I was. In March, I was totaling 1,700 pounds, maybe a little bit more than that in the gym. I like roughly 680 squats, 700-pound deadlift, right around 400-pound bench. So we're going to start training pretty goddamn hard and see if we can get back to it. And what we like to do is talk shit. So if anybody wants to join me in the chat. But there's really not a whole lot to see here. An old ass motherfucking Marine in his garage lifting weights. I mean, I do a lot of stuff. I play the drums. Do Muay Thai. My daughter trains with me. She's actually pretty good. She's 10 years old. That girl can fight. She's inside right now. Hey, we got a grunt in the house. 0311. What's up, Haywood? How have you overcame injuries? I go through a lot of self-pity and hatred. And then it's usually my wife telling me that she can't stand me anymore. And I get back at it. I don't know. I'm one of those guys where, like, if you think about it like this. Here's an analogy for you. On the driveway, I've got a 2004 Tahoe. And it's got a brand new engine, 0 mile, like literally, it's factory. It's a 60,000 mile warranty on it, brand new transmission. We've gone to pick apart and we've replaced the glass, we've replaced the window mechanisms, we've replaced the seats, where am I going with this? At a certain point, after you replace so many parts, is that even the same truck? Can you even say that's the same truck you purchased? Well, if you think about it, human beings do the same thing. Roughly about every 7 years or so, we do about 100% cell turnover. So you could, from an objective standpoint, say that we're not the same people we were 7 years ago, roughly. And I think that's true. I think people live lifetimes within lifetimes. And the only thing I've done right in my life is I've always got up and just kept going. Like when I blew my knees out, my doctor, what I heard him say is I'll never be able to play basketball again. What I think he said was I probably shouldn't play basketball again. But I heard on it I can't. So what did I do? I trained my ass off and I could still, at the age of 51, without running, jump up and grab the rim. But every time I do that, my knees swell up for a week and I can hardly walk. So it's the same thing with powerlifting. You know, I blew my back out, I blew my knees out, I blew my shoulder out, bicep surgery. But I got this fucking wounded inner child with a chip on his shoulder that just refuses to quit. And I don't know if maybe it's insanity. I don't fucking know. But I've done all right for myself. Despite. What's up, Spencer? Oh man, I love it, man. I meant to get online on our birthday on the 10th, but I wasn't ready yet. What strain are you smoking on? I don't smoke weed. So, just to keep those informed, I actually I've gone through a couple of rough months, and I was kind of starting to do. I've been sober since 2013, no drugs, no alcohol, and the last couple of months I've been fucking up, and I started using again. So, I kind of my wife did a little intervention, and the last couple of weeks I've gotten sober, so I got off all that shit, and so that's what I've been dealing with, and I kind of let I kind of let the shit get to me. I had a job. I was the Las Vegas area manager for Southwest Steel, and it was a job that I poured my heart and soul into. Um, but through some circumstances, I found some of the people I was working with were doing some dirty stuff, like embezzling, committing insurance fraud, that kind of thing. And long story short, they kind of unceremoniously fired me and did me dirty. I didn't get my last paycheck. They really fucked me over, and I allowed myself to go into a really, really bad depression. Because I mean, here's a job for all the jobs I probably should have been fired for doing stupid shit my entire life. This was the one job I really poured my heart and soul into, and I really fucking tried. And they just shit canned me, and I let it get me, man. I really did. But we're back. We're done with all that bullshit. Now, let's see. How do you squat so much with jacked up knees? Yeah, squatting fixed my knees, brother. So when I got this knee rebuilt, I was kind of getting hooked on pain pills, and my doctor told me, he said, "Look, bro, he's like, you can either just get fat and not be able to walk for the rest of your life, or you can go to the fucking gym and start squatting." And that's what I did. I started barbell squatting, and I just kind of one thing led to another. And at first, I was just doing the barbell, and it took me a couple of years, but now I could do over 3 times body weight. Just, I don't know. Just fucking don't ask me how. I just fucking do shit. You can make a meth joke if you want. It wasn't meth I was doing, but it wasn't good stuff either. That's LAV Vigilant. Um, no, jokes are cool here, man. You can say whatever you want. But I'm sober now, so God, dude. I mean, like people were pointing it out, and I thought I was hiding it, but I was watching some of the videos I posted last week, and you could kind of tell I was jacked up. Do it, glutes, Fred. So Grady, it says, "All right, muscles. Yeah, stick with me. See me in about a month from now, and you're gonna see some fucking jacked motherfucker." I'm on juice again, by the way. Nothing major, just like stuff a 51-year-old guy would take. Like testosterone, a little bit of DHB. So I just started we'll call it an old man cycle. You can't go crazy when you're my age because it'll kill you. But there's some doctor prescribed stuff that you can take if you're like a competitive lifter like I am, which kind of help with stuff, big healing injuries. Yeah, like Test Deca, a little bit of that mixed with the testosterone. That's actually really, really good for healing injuries. On top of that, peptides like BPC 157 and TB 500, things of that nature. Millennials forever, most deaf. Yeah, well, I mean, we're not gonna live forever, so hopefully you guys do something good with it. uh, 6'9", 377. Holy shit, Grady! God damn. My advice: no cycle. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that because having no testosterone from age kind of has its issues too. So the question is it better for a guy I mean, through the course of aging, obviously the body's going to decline, right? But if modern medicine is going to let you live a higher quality of life, why wouldn't you take advantage of that? And it's just the same people that say that it's bad for you, but I mean, do you go to a doctor? Does he prescribe you stuff? Do you take medicine? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I think that depending, if you don't need it, you don't need it. There's plenty of guys my age that don't need it, and I would say that if I wasn't powerlifting, I probably, yeah, I'd be on less, but I don't think I would be without. Just because it's better, I mean, like you feel younger, you respond to injuries better, you recover better. It helps with dieting. It helps with a myriad of things. But the key is, and this is what I can't stress enough. You have to work with doctors. You can't just turn yourself into a science project. There's a difference between just going to Mexico and picking up a bunch of juice and shoving it in your ass, and going to a male hormone clinic and having them, you know, progress your metrics. This guy's a pedophile. Well, thank you, Truth Roll. I appreciate that. Do you have any kids? Give me your best cheat day then. I don't really do cheat days. I just eat. Jericho, the only thing I do is watch my calories. You can pretty much eat whatever you want. That doesn't mean you should eat garbage. How did I mess up my knee? Well, I blew my ACL out playing basketball when I was in the Marines, and they surgically repaired that. But then when I was on deployment, I was jumping out of the back of a 7-ton, and I had my Alice pack on, and when I came down on a rock or something, and it just blasted my knee sideways, and they wound up having to repair the ACL, the MCL, the patella. Like it fucked my leg up. It twisted. It went all the way 45 degrees in the wrong direction. And we were in a combat zone too, so I mean nothing happened, but we were in a combat zone, so they really couldn't give me the attention I needed. So Doc threw me in the back of a fucking shellback, and I sat there for what seemed like an eternity. And I was in so much pain. He hit me with the. I got morphine for the first time. I don't even remember how I got back to. At the time, it was Camp Doha. I don't know the one in Kuwait, the Air Force Base. I think they renamed it. But then I don't even remember. So I remember I got back to the Naval Base Hospital in San Diego, and it was a fucking blur between blowing my knee out and getting back. Like I don't know if I blocked it out, but I just don't remember. I remember being on a cargo plane. I think it was a Galaxy. I remember. I don't know. I felt like 1 minute I blew my knee out and my shit was all it was, and then it hit me up with the drugs and I was like in Happy Land, and the next thing I know, I remember being in the chow hall and Camp Doha, and I was eating lobster. That was pretty cool. And then the next thing I know, I'm in San Diego Medical Hospital, and they were doing surgery on me. And that was in 1996, 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit. And we were over the Operation Eager Mace. That's where we did cross into Kuwait. But I mean, honestly, like people tell me that squats are bad for your knees, and they're not. Now, I'm not saying powerlifting's good for your knees. Rich guy, what's up, man? Holy shit. I'm sorry. I gotta change my chat here, so because I have full chat on. Let me. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I have no idea what all this stuff is. Mystery gift for 650 joules. Somebody has to explain this shit to me. Does it still hurt? Because something similar happened to me and I've been struggling with my knee. 1TSDJ. No. No, as a matter of fact, it doesn't. But I've noticed, so right now, since I got sober a couple weeks ago, I've ballooned up to 220. And I've been waking up with pain. I've noticed that a weight correlation goes with it, because when I cut back down to 198, I didn't feel any pain at all. But now I'm starting to get a little heavier. The joints are starting to hurt a bit. Thanks, Mo Steph. I appreciate that. Thoughts on peptides? Well, there's different kinds of peptides, my guy. Christian Gortinsky. If you're talking about like the common ones, like the TB500 and BPC157, I think they're miracle workers. My wife used them. She had hip surgery. They repaired her labrum. She had a hip impingement, which is part of the ball of the femur, had a growth on it, and it was literally carving into her labrum, and it was dragging the sciatic nerve into it like an extension cord, like you roll over an extension cord with a scissor lift or something. It was literally pulling the nerve into the joint. So you can imagine like every move she made was just excruciating. And when she got the surgery done, we talked to two different doctors. Now, one doctor, and I can understand why, because doctors won't absorb liability. So that's a lot of the reason why doctors tell patients they shouldn't weight lift or do things that most of us agree are good for you, is because they will not absorb any liability whatsoever, which is why you got to get a second opinion from like a physical therapist. But one doctor said that peptides was pseudoscience and there's not enough human trials and people shouldn't be doing them. And we talked to another doctor who just swore by them and said that everybody should be using them and they don't know why they're not available for prescription. So it's kind of one of those things where you got to do what research you can. And with my wife being a biology major, it's a little bit easier to kind of disseminate, peer-reviewed studies, that kind of thing. But what we found with the peptides is there's not a lot of humans trials on them. They were used a lot in horse racing, but I can tell you this: my own anecdotal experience is that they worked fucking awesome. Because when I blew my shoulder out, it was 3 or 4 weeks before Worlds, and I trained my ass off to go compete at Worlds, and there was no way I was gonna fucking miss it, and I probably shouldn't have bench pressed. But I went from a fully blown out shoulder. I was able to get 350 pounds up, so I did my opening attempt and got that. And then after that, I couldn't. My arm started to come out of its socket, but it was just enough to. I made up for it with squats and deadlifts, and I was able to get close to 1,600 pounds, and I was able to place second. And everybody was congratulating me, and I was like, man, I did so shitty. I should. But I don't know. Edibles, enzymes. I don't really mess around with THC stuff. I don't. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. Mixed martial arts artist. What's up, brother? Stop drinking water. Drink grilled chicken. Okay. Most doctors are latent homosexuals or Jews. I, I'm, I'm not sure how that's relevant, but I don't have any information to say they're not. Checking in after a while. How's the arm? It's doing good, man. I'm gonna do some bench pressing here in a bit. Kratom. Yeah. So kratom was one of the drugs I got hooked on. After I got off opiates, I was using kratom, and I think it's awesome for workout. It gives you kind of like the nice, like energy. But what they don't tell you is that, especially if you're an addictive personality, if you use kratom long enough, the withdrawals are worse than heroin. And I had to be hospitalized to get off of that stuff. And I belonged to a kratom forum, and it was mostly guys that worked out like me, powerlifters. And when I let them know, they kicked me off the forum. So I'm like, wow, that's some, you know, all I was trying to say was like, look, I mean, if you're a responsible user, I'm sure kratom's great. I think it is. My wife uses it, as a matter of fact. Instead of taking opiates that the doctor prescribed her, she takes kratom. But she's not an addict, so she doesn't use that much. Me, I'm the guy that'll fucking steal your pills and help you look for them. So, you kind of gotta like, are you an addict? Maybe you should stay away from that shit. I'm high as hell, rich guys. Dude, I love getting high, man. My wife was asking me a reason. Everyone was asking me a reason. Like, why are you doing drugs? And I was like, because life fucking sucks, and drugs are fun. Do the fucking math. I'm not. But they come with downsides. So it's best to just stay away from everything. And I'm not even gonna tell you I like being sober. I mean, I feel better, I look better, I perform better, but I don't fucking like life more. Kratom's like gas station meth. That's good stuff. Gas station meth. Do they have that? I've heard of bath salts. Uh, yeah, no, that's the other thing is my wife's a fucking hypocrite because every time she's stressed out, she smokes weed, but then she's gonna give me shit because I'm doing a little Scarface. All right. We're kind of testing things out tonight. See how everything works. 185 is good. The only problem with getting sober is the body likes equilibrium. So when you add a substance to yourself, it'll kind of create an equilibrium, which is why you need more and more to get the same feeling you had before. Well, when you stop using, body overcorrects, so the pendulum swings. And right now I'm fucking bloated. And I'm carrying a fuck ton of water weight. Nice ass. Thank you. That's one thing usually people compliment me on. How do you get meth? I don't know how you would get meth. I can tell you how to get blow though. How happy is the one who says I'm a Turk? I mean, if you want me to call you a Turk, I will, but that doesn't make me happy. Doesn't make me sad either. I think ambivalent's the word. Yeah, fuck's given. The major downside of regular drug abuse is that it is not a sustainable way of life. 100%. Yeah, and that was really what the issue was. It was like I was getting to a point where, even I knew I wasn't hiding it very well. Like I was very private about it. I didn't tell anybody. I was just in the garage, hanging out by myself, getting high as fuck, painting my Warhammer figurines, rather enjoying myself. I can tell you how to get a gun. Well, Steven, come on over because I got a few to sell if you want them. I got probably about 30 or 40 of them. Nothing better than the early stages of a relapse, though. Yeah, see, that's it, mixed martial artist. That first week after not using for like 13 years, I was like, this is fucking glorious. And I am not going to take that back for nothing. Me and the wife went out. We went on a date. And we got a hotel room, and it was fucking awesome. It was we both did it together, and she didn't realize what she was dealing with. A buddy of mine, he got some stuff, and I was like, hey babe, what do you think for your birthday? And she's like, oh wow, taking it back to the youth. We had a fantastic evening. It was fucking awesome. And a couple weeks went by, and I was like, you know how that goes. You get that little itch, and you're like, let me hit this guy up again. And then within, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, I'm doing it every night. And she's not. So she started putting 2 and 2 together. She's like, "You fucking acting weird, man." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." How do you feel about SARMs? I don't have a feeling one way or another, David. I just don't know enough about them. The reason I've never messed with SARMs is because the human trials on them are really, really. There's not enough. There's not enough long-term studies, and if you think about what SARMs do, it sounds great on paper, but even like what they promised was, like, for example, they said that you could take SARMs and it won't shut down testosterone production, but it does. So that there right tells you right away that they don't even fucking know. So I know I have a bunch of friends that use SARMs and they got really good results from them, and I'm not going to say they don't work, but what I will say is I just don't trust something that I can't look studies up on to get kind of an idea of what it is I'm doing. I mean, you could say what you want about traditional anabolics, but for most of them, studies have been done. The ones I would stay away from are obviously like trenbolone, where they found no medical use for it whatsoever, so there's no labs that produce it. Everybody jokes because they're like, "Oh, this guy's on trend," but it's like that is the absolute worst thing you can put in your body because it is. There's just no. They don't know what it'll do to you, and there's nothing but bad side effects reported from it. Where there's literally dozens, if not hundreds, of compounds that you can try that are absolutely studied. Like Mastrone was developed for breast cancer, or something like DHB, which is what I'm on, or DECA. Like there's tons of studies on all of those, and you could see the long-term side effects, and you could get a feel for like okay, for a good example is like Anadrol and Anavar were both used and currently used for bedridden patients. And then you look at what's the dose they would give a bedridden patient so that they don't lose muscle mass. It's 50 milligrams. Well, if you just took the minimal dose of that, it's probably no more dangerous than fucking Motrin. But guys don't do that. They take 6, 7, 8, 9 times that amount for long periods of time. And then they say, what is it? They say they're liver toxic. They're poisonous to your organs. Well, yeah. If you took 6 or 7 or 8 times the amount of Motrin you're supposed to take for a long period of time, that'll do the exact same fucking thing, probably faster. So it's kind of one of those like, when people say how dangerous something is, you got to really look at context and you have to do proper research because everything, every single compound on this planet is poison, including water. You could die from water poisoning. So it's a matter of like, well, how much is bad, how much is too much, and that's where you kind of got to get health professionals involved because like I'm a meathead, like I don't fucking know. You just want to avoid turning yourself into a science project, which is why I go through. You know what? I should get endorsed by these people at this point. Helix HRT. They're a male clinic here in Las Vegas, and they service bodybuilders like Jay Cutler. So, if that gives you an idea. Clark Kent, are you good enough for heaven? Probably not. I've not done anything right in my life except for I've been a pretty good provider. Can I get a birthday shout out for my cousin Dixon Mayes? Dixon Mayes, please. He's watching. I'm reading the name to see if there's a like Jack Mahagoff or like Dixon Mayes. Dixon Mayes. Dixon Mayes. Ha ha. There's a dad joke in there. A giggity. That I give that one that's a C minus. You got me on that one. I do better though. That's dad jokes are lame. Ben simps for his own sister. Good. Ben say, AE style. We got an argument in the chat. I stay out of those. If I don't have a moderator, Steven's there. I stay out of people arguing with each other. Rich guys 737. You all right, brother? Yeah, you guys can argue all you want. I'm not getting involved in that shit. Lacrostian Tilo asked, do I fight? With my wife a lot. I do a lot of... right now, I'm 51. I just started training in Muay Thai again. I was training for a couple of years. Did boxing for a year. Kickboxing for a few years. Do I fight? I think saying I fight overstates it. I do a lot of hard sparring. Like pretty hard, like no broken nose kind of stuff, but not like you're not gonna see me in an octagon anytime soon. If that's kind of what you're asking. I don't know. I mean, they have a league for they have a masters league that I want to participate in. The problem is if you're gonna power lift, you can only really serve one master at a time, and if you're gonna do anything at an elite level, like where I want to go break records and be like inducted in the Hall of Fame for the USPA, I'm not going to be able to put the time in to get the proper conditioning to last a round in a ring, even if I'm training. So what I've historically done is, even though I power lift, I train Muay Thai 2 times a week for cardio. But if I wanted to do that, I would kind of need to have to shelf powerlifting and really dive into that because you got to have lungs. If you don't have the cardio to go a couple rounds, you're just going to get your ass beat, no matter how good you are. Unless you're one of those guys that could just like put someone out in 30 seconds. Do you put on music when you train? Yeah, usually, but when I'm streaming, they always, what's that? Copyright me. I'm high as hell. I had blue chow edibles. Nice. Trump forever. Jimmy got rustled. I like that name. You're angry. What's up, brother? Talk to us. Bro has too many demons. Don't we all, my friend? Don't we all, Peter? Does the poontang get in the way of powerlifting? Jake Rogers. No, it doesn't. I'm married. And that woman doesn't want anything to do with me, so I'm good in that department. I'm posting videos again, just shorts though. Oh, Steve, let me check your channel out. I'll put you on the opening a new. Let me see here. Go to channel. I'll load you in the background so that way I'll be able to look at it when I'm done. I've been wanting to see your videos. Did you see my community post where I showed Romeo battery, the artillery battery I belong to? I was trying to play Where's Waldo, like I was trying to find myself in the lineup, but I need fucking glasses, and when I blow the picture up, it's too blurry. So I'm like, fuck, I can't tell which one I am. I'm 5'9", so that means I'd probably be in the first 3 rows. But the other thing they did is they stacked the short people up on the sides and the corners, so I can't remember where I am in the picture. So I was hoping one of you guys could take a look at it and point me out. Oh, right on. Here we go. Yeah, I'll check it out after I get offline. Yeah, for the Marine Corps birthday, I posted some old photos of when we were on deployment. 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, we went to the Middle East. I have a bunch more, but it only lets you post like 7 pictures. I'm gonna use the wide grip on this football bar. Yeah, 225 is easy enough. Imagine this is how I blew my knee out the first time. Man, it's been a while. Yeah. Doing research paper. Why do you live? Why do I live social media? I do live because it makes people ask dumb questions and I get amusement out of it. Why does anybody do anything? Habib Mokhtar. Yes, we see your video. That doesn't make sense. So that means no, you have no idea what I'm talking about. We have big testicles. You should see a doctor for that. Why are you wearing shut tight pants? It's for your enjoyment. Looking's free, but touching will cost you. Why do you ask the same stupid question twice? Are you and Christina getting a divorce? Fuck no. No, her and I have been through so much shit together. I love that woman with all my heart. I can see your chode. Well, good. Thank you, Yoga. I mean, I don't know if it's a thank you or a congratulations. It's nice to see where you are focused. Do you have cats? Yes, I have 4 cats. I have 4 cats, 2 dogs, 3 turtles, 1 parakeet, a couple lizards. I got a bearded dragon, 30 chickens. Am I missing anybody? Search up what a chode is. I know what a chode is. That's you. You're the embodiment of a penis. George Alorum. No, I'm asking though, but why are you focused on my crotch, brother? Like, you're the one kind of announcing that shit. I know what I wore. I dressed myself. No, a chode is not nuts. I think it's kind of the whole package. Have you ever got drunk and kicked Christina's ass? Fuck no, she's beat my ass before. Every time I've gotten drunk, she's punched me in the face. That woman can throw hands too. I'm proud of her. My parents got divorced. My mom made rape allegations. So that's fucked up. That is messed up, man. That sucks. I'm divorced, and I had to go through some stuff with my son, and I don't really want to get into all that. But uh, Rich Guy 737, do you love me? Do I love anybody? I'm not seeing all the comments. Steve, let me check your. You're a managing moderator. Let me see what your level is. I have, so if you go to chat, I have live chat on. Live chat shows everything. So I could turn on moderation activity. If I go to community moderation, let me see what level I have you at here. Because you're a Marine, so you're automatically in the inner circle. You know, Steve, what's up with the trolls tonight? They're not funny, man. You guys kind of suck. Chode. I mean, I have a 13-year-old that could do better than that. I kind of like expect a higher level of trolling, and so far I'm just not seeing it, guys. Come on, step it up a little, will you? All right, here we go. Community moderation. User management. Yep, Steven, I got you in there as a managing moderator. You should see everything, so I think you just have to select Steve. Let's see here. Stevens. Stephen. Sullivan. VAN. That's Stephen Sullivan. Just to make sure I got the right guy here. There's a couple of you. Why is it not Stephen? What I got you spell that? Yeah, that's right. Sullivan. Someone's name is Stiff Sullivan. What is your? Let me see what your ad is. At Stephen Sullivan 4696. 4696. 4696. There we go. Bam. I'm adding you as a approved user. There you go. See if you can see everything now. Do you crank your hog, Kevin? Well, yeah, but I don't know why that's any of your business. My friend asked me socks or tissue. I said your mom's head. I love it. That's a good one, rich guy. Your mom's head. I'm gonna fuck start her face. I'm gonna try semen retention. Dude, just get married. What's up? Second stream I visited. How's it going? Truex Beams. Pretty good, man. I'm just trying to get a workout in. Your earrings are the gay ear. Which one's the gay ear? I guess whichever ears. You better be careful what you wish for, because my wife doesn't put out anymore. So I might just come your way, and then you're gonna really regret it because I'm gonna change your religion, son. It'll be like having sex with a gorilla. It's only over when the gorilla says it's done. I'll be the big spoon, buddy. Bench press 100 kilogram, 20 kilograms is strong. I don't make me do math. I'm American. You got to use freedom units. 120 kilograms. I would say that largely depends on your weight. So how much do you weigh? You look like someone I served in the Marines with, Matt Cook. Well, I mean, I look like a lot of jarheads, but let's check your page out here. Go to channel. You have any photos, Matt? Matt Cook. What years did you serve, brother? You're playing Rainbow Six. Yeah, you played the new one. It is Rainbow. The new one's Rainbow Six for sure. Battlefield, Red Dead Redemption. You can tell you can tell a lot about a guy by the fucking games he plays. I'm more of a Halo. Although the last Halo, Infinite's alright, I guess. It started out really shitty. Alright. 98 to 03, yeah, we did overlap. We'd shoot some of the same dirt, brother. I was with 5th Battalion, 11th Marines, Romeo Battery. Well, for the most part, I was with Romeo Battery. 0844. Spent the last 6 months with headquarters after I got injured. I worked in the S3. That fucking sucked. 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit. I was on the USS Comstock, LSD 45. Did we go out with the Tarawa? Fuck, I can't remember what the carriers. It was the Orleans. No, it wasn't the Orleans. That was the first deployment. Who are you with? Now we got, what is this? 225, 50, 275. Let me get my wrist wraps. I can find them. I don't want to wear these. These are fucking huge. You got these, Clarksville Barbell Club sent these to me to try them out. I know it's backwards on there, but check his page out. Now, these are more for Olympic lifting, and these are fucking awesome. I use Iron Rebels, but they're a little bit too much for me. I don't really need. I usually use the John Hack Iron Rebels, which are shorter. I don't know where they are though. So we'll just use these. These are fine. My little box of. Yeah, these are fine. I'll use these. But yeah, give him a shout out. He's a little bit of an older lifter. He does Olympic lifting. Good coach. Sells his own branded equipment. And a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll put their name on Chinese ship stuff. But these are really nice. And they're not super expensive. They're a lot cheaper than the big name belt. They're a little bit too much, though. They actually kind of. I mean, what you want in a wrist wrap is you don't want your wrist to flex. The wrist to flex. That's the whole point. But they're just a little too much. comfortable. Uh, let's see here. Ever take anyone's life in battle? Well, I mean, I was in artillery, so chances are. uh, why do people ask that question? Obviously. Um, Cats are the best daddy toys that are self-cleaning. Yeah. 3rd Battalion, 12th Marines, Alpha Company. Oh, so were you up by Horno? Matt? 3rd Battalion. Was that up by Horno? Was that on Pendleton? You should have a day where you try lifting a total weight, like 2,000 pounds in a day, so I lift 120 times. Yeah, so that's a true, that's a lot like the conditioning block you'll go through. When I'm training for powerlifting, I do what's called the conditioning block. So for 3 to 4 weeks, I do really high reps. I'll pick like a weight, like 50% of 1 rep max. So 315 squatting, and I'll pick 50 to 100 total reps. And then you do as many sets as you need to get to that number. So if you can do 20 the first set, 15 the second, 10, as little sets as you need to get to 100. And that's really grueling. That's fucking batshit crazy. So you only want to do that for like 3 weeks, and then you give yourself a deload. And then I'll go into more of like an undulating periodization block, which would be like the Wendler 5-3-1, where you kind of, it's a linear progression, but the rep ranges rotate. So like 1 week you're doing 5s, the next week you're doing 3s, the next week you're doing singles. And then it's 1 set to failure in all those. And then after, I'll do that for like 6 weeks, and then I go into what's called a heavyweight acclimation. And that's, we start honing down and getting smaller reps with heavier weight. What's up, sweetheart? What are you doing up? It's 11 o'clock. Don't you have school tomorrow? You want to spar? Well, if you're up, you're up. All right, night, sweetheart. And then, what was I babbling about? Oh yeah, so heavyweight acclimation. That's where you kind of hone down to like the 3 lifts: bench, deadlift, squat. You start working heavier. You still try not to max out too much, but you don't really need to. You start pushing the rep ranges like 3 to 5, and as those goes up, your max goes up with it. And then 1 week before we get our openers, which is how I blew my arm out, I was doing 640 pounds on the deadlift, and I was supposed to do 4 reps. And when I locked it out, it popped off the bone. That was the last goddamn fucking day of training, too. And I would have went into competition and blew the records out of the water. But yeah, shit happens. What are you gonna do? Oh, so you were in Hawaii, Matt? Fuck yeah. So, okay, so so Las Palmas is where 11th Marines is stationed. Almost all the artillery batteries are there, with the exception of 511, which is 43 area. It was right next to light armor reconnaissance. Over there by the beach, kind of close to McTissa, across the freeway, there's a McTissa's the Marine Corps testing. Then we had the LCACs over there. So you were a fucking Hawaii Marine. Were you 155 millimeter or were you O5s? When I was in, we were using the M19 or 8s, and then when I was getting out there, they were transitioning to HIMARS, but most of the other batteries were going to 777s. I don't know about you guys. Let's see here. The Theo Skywalker. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. I've tried it. I don't know. Can you lift 900 pounds? Yes. When your mom popped off my bone, she stained my jeans. I would imagine, man, she probably got like all sorts of embalming fluid all over you. Ew. You ever seen The Crypt Keeper? The Crypt Keeper makes my mother makes the Crypt Keeper look like I was gonna say Cindy Crawford when she was younger. Last day is so real. First day always good for MMA. Let's see. Last day is so real, of course. It'd be the last day. It always has to be. Yeah. Right? That's good for MMA. Well, so here's the thing. Yes. For the longest time, and I can prove this without a doubt. Every gym I go to, including the current one I'm at, the fight training they want to do is real fast, lightweight shit. And they're always saying that large muscles slow fighters down. No, they don't. They slow fighters down because they're not trained to fight. You give me a guy that can squat 3 times his body weight and you teach him to kick properly, and he's going to fucking ruin people. And I'm proof of it. Look at guys like Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall probably couldn't fight for shit when he was deadlifting, what was it, 1,100, 1,200 pounds. But he started training, and after spending a couple of years learning a little bit of technique, that dude is scary. He would fuck somebody up, and a lot of that is his strength. Who you got, JDM or Islam? You're asking me? Oh, as much as I hate to admit it, because the guy annoys the shit out of me, I would have to go with Islam. But can you whip your butt? No, my butt's rock solid, man. I'll change your religion. I'll pitch that shit off. Hey, Justin, don't ever apologize. We encourage trolling here. What we're looking for, though, is stuff that's. I want to either laugh or be really offended. Either are acceptable. Most trolls are just kind of like, eh. It's like my 13-year-old in the back of the class who's interrupting everybody, and you're like, what? What do you want? And he's like, your mom. You're gay. You're like, so you bothered the rest of the class for that? I'm ashamed. You should feel bad about yourself. That's the kind of trolling I don't like. But if you genuinely hurt my feelings, well, I'm like, God damn. That's what I'm talking about. 145 pounds, agree with you. Huge man like yourself, doing extremely quick. Yeah. So, I mean, like, dude, I had really strong legs, and for the longest time, I couldn't kick for shit because I had bad form. I wasn't turning my hips over. Like, I was, I wasn't terrible. I was kicking like this, You see my foot is not really doing anything. So I could still kick pretty hard. But then when I learned to come up on the leg a little, that's a 180-pound bag. And even that one wasn't turned over very well. Maybe I gotta warm up a little. TRT, fuck yeah, man. Do fairies have tufted, rough tongues? I don't understand it. Doggy or cowgirl? Yes. Semper Fi. Hell yeah, brother. I don't often meet another artillery marine, so I hope you subscribe. And I'm sorry, I started Marines, of course. Like, duh. I would say the wow, my brain just stopped working. The fucking Hawaiian Marines. They're the ones I know the least about. I spent a little bit of time in Pearl when we were coming back off a deployment, but at Okinawa, we spent a little time there too. I don't know much about the Okinawan Marines, so it's good to be corrected. For some reason, I thought you were the infantry up by Horno, which is the north gate of Camp Pendleton, but that's second. Or 2-1? Is it 2-1 up there? No. Fuck no. I've got my units all messed up. I spent a little time in Lejeune, a little time at Pendleton. 211, 311's over at Pulgus. 211. Where the fuck is 211 at? No, I'm gonna let my old age catch up with me. Well, shout out in the chat if you know. Correct me. Clearly, you don't get much head, dude. Ever since your mom fucking stopped talking to me, it's been slow. Happy birthday. Fuck yeah, Matt. Camp Hansen. I've been there, but I didn't spend much time there. Yeah, for anybody that's interested, 19 Kilo 10. Um, we just had our birthday on the 10th, Marine Corps birthday, right before Veterans Day. Did I do karate? No, that's pretty much a standard Muay Thai. I used to do Taekwondo back in the day. If I'm gonna kick the bag, I gotta. You know what? Let me finish this bench and then I'll do some bag work. My old ass, I have to stretch. I can't just start jumping all over the place. Otherwise, I'll wind up in the hospital. So you guys want to see that shit? Warm up a little. That's what I'll do. I'll do deadlifts and bag work in between sets. I haven't benched in a while, so we'll see how this goes. If I wind up bombing 315, I've got these safety spotter arms right here. I can set the weight on. That way I don't kill myself. I haven't hit 3 plates in a while. $275 moved pretty easily though. Shit! Oh. I was worried about that last one. And fish, hell yeah. I mean, lifting and martial arts, yeah, I guess that is what I'm into, truly. See, I haven't deadlifted in a while, so I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use a trap bar. Years old, 200 pounds. Place your bets. How much do you think I could deadlift? Definitely more than that. Gotta warm up though. You know what? Let's take away that advantage the handles give you. This is a 70-pound bar, 65, 70. If you guys are looking for good collars, I'm not sponsored by these guys, but these are Jawbones. And I like to bring them to the gym with me because I never have good collars at the gym. $15. The best collars I've ever bought. I could stand that weight up on its side and stand on it and it won't come out. Rest for a minute. Oh. Ooh. It's my best feature, Diebox. Or Dialox. I need glasses. Well, if I do shit my shorts, you won't be able to know because they're camouflaged. Let's get some lighting in here. There we go. Alright. Whew. Thanks to owner. Claire Bonnet. I like it. Clara Bonnet. You don't know these days. Yeah. Ryan Chassian. See, Ryan says I don't have any power. But see, Ryan, if you took a look at my channel, you would know that I am probably 3 or 4 times stronger than you'll ever be. So you're kind of talking shit to the wrong dude. Like I don't even, I know without even looking at your page or whatever that I'm stronger than you. So you can't say it's all for show if you haven't even achieved naturally what I have. And you won't. Trust me. I mean, I know that. For context, I was a natural lifter until the age of 46. And I had the national records for the USPA. I had a 1,500 pound total as a tested lifter at the age of 46 years old. And now I'm on something, living my best life, listening to motherfuckers talk shit. Yeah, okay. Like, this is me after 3 months off. Well, that's the other thing, is they said that if I came off all the gear, I would lose all my size. Well, where'd it go? It looks like a muscle is still there. That didn't happen either. I wonder why. I've probably done more training this year alone than you've done in your entire life. I would, yeah, probably. I made this tank top. I found this T-shirt in one of those like cheap Chinese fashion stores they have on the strip. And it was just hanging up, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking cool." I didn't realize it was rolling papers. Oh, I've shit myself plenty of times. What do you eat? Pretty much anything I want to. Why did you jump on the juice? Because I'm fucking 51 years old. What do you want? You want me to just go curl up and die in a corner? We'll see how you guys do when you get to my age. I'm not apologizing for shit. Now, okay, there's levels to this stuff, though. There's like being on a couple 100 milligrams of test and a little DHB, and then there's like what the Liver King does. There's levels. You know, we're not all just because a guy's on, you know, a few 100 milligrams of test, doctor prescribed, incidentally, doesn't mean I'm fucking cycling like Jay Cutler getting ready for the Olympia. I mean, Your back hurts watching this. I have to be careful because I look cut. Jay Espinoza. What do I need to be careful of? No more cocaine. Aha, believe in it. No, I got sober, unfortunately. No more cocaine for this guy. Shadow the Cat, 67 years old. Hell yeah. The axe kick? I'll show you an axe kick after I... Well, here, in between sets, I'll start stretching. Because if I threw an axe kick now, I'd wind up in the hospital. That's the only thing that sucks about being my age. Is you have to stretch out. So we could do that in between deadlifts. I used to throw a fucking badass ass kick when I was in my 20s. Oh, it is. So you get this. I feel like flipping you over must be a treat. Like even off balance, pure strength, this creates its own torque. Uh, Dad, Mom wants you upstairs. Yeah, so I'm not. My ground game isn't my. I don't really like. Uh, I know rolling's important, but I don't really enjoy it. But we do practice like stuffing takedowns a lot, and like things like being able to like just little simple stuff like being able to get up, But my old ass, I'm not impressing anybody. All right, let's see. That's like 4:30. The only problem is, so this is one thing you got to be careful with, though, guys. Stretching, like really stretching, takes away from top end strength, so it can be dangerous. So I always tell people warm up, full range of motion for heavy lifting, stretch after. But I'm not going to go super heavy today, so I think this will be fine. Get some air moving in here. All right. So let's see. I said you want to see an axe kick. So this is like I got throat, solar plexus, organs, tenders, thighs, and calves. So like for an axe kick, you would want to be able to like come on, put your heel straight down, but a jumping one is ideally better. Gotta warm up though. Wait. Kung Fu broom. What kind of martial arts training is this? Yeah, like, actually, you could fuck someone up with that. I'm a little rusty. Yeah, I'm out of breath already. We go one round. Jason said I don't have any power. I don't know, that bag weighs 180 pounds. So, like, how much do you weigh? And plus, I wasn't kicking full. Like, I guess if I was going to do, like, a full kick, like, I mean, I actually trained, so I know I'd fuck you up. But, for people talking shit in the comments, not to mention you're talking to a 51-year-old dude. Like, hey, I'd kick harder than a fucking senior citizen. Ooh, really? Can you? One, you can't. Two, those weren't full power. Three, I'd break every rib in your fucking body. What is that, 180 pounds? Like, I guess a full kick would be... Like I'm doing warm-ups, I'm like, they don't kick that hard. I can't do hook sit either because of my surgically repaired arm. I got a pretty good lead left hook though. I wouldn't win a fight anyways. I can't even go one round. Look at me, I'm out of breath already. Me and my daughter, we're gonna be going back to the gym here this week, I think. So I'll start training regularly again, and then after I get some miles on me at the facility with a proper coach, we'll see how we look in a month or two. But right now, I'm just making a comeback. I'm out of weight. I'm out of shape. It wouldn't be good. Albie, you're welcome to come to Vegas. It's here, I'll show you the name of the gym. Where is it? No. Oh man, where'd it go? I'm gonna dump everything all over the floor here. Oh yeah, here it is. So, this is the name of the gym we train at. It's One Kicks here in Las Vegas. I always tell anybody, come to Vegas, I'll give you the first round, we'll throw the gloves and the pads on, I'll let you go. And then after I watch you grossly overestimate your fighting ability and I start watching you get tired. No, I do that. So, Caleb, everybody turns into like a UFC fight commentator, but like, I'm a 51-year-old guy training in his garage that just had surgery and spent the last 3 or 4 months not doing anything. Albie, you be the first. So far, nobody's taken me up on it. And I would love to, man. It would make my life. I won't even throw a punch the whole first round. I'll let you just go. I won't throw a single punch. They call me the world's strongest punching bag, but I'm not sure that's a fucking compliment. I've had my nose broke 4 times. I got this little lip that's been detached. Coach says, God damn, that boy could take a hit. No, I mean, usually what I do is I just like, with like faster guys, I just back them into a corner and just batter them unrecognizable. And most people that think they can fight, all they do is punch themselves out, and after 30 seconds of me talking shit while I'm blocking everything, just going, "Ooh, you almost got me there, buddy." Watch them start going. I'm like, all right, here we go. And I do that old man treachery thing while step on your foot, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time, guys. I'm not gonna lie and even say I'm good at it, but I've been doing it a long time. Am I hitting any PRs today? Heathen Flair. No, I'm just seeing. Oh, is that motherfucker still talking shit? Albie? Yeah, okay. Nobody's ever taken me up on it, dude. I would love that. Everybody talks shit in the comments. You do realize, though, like, just so you know, Albie, like, just between you and me, this is the kind of thing you should probably hit me up on Instagram about, because when you're in the chat, most people read what you're doing as being a pussy behind a keyboard. Like, you could be the best fighter in the world, but nobody sees that. They just see a guy with no insecurity, or you're like a really insecure dude that's just talking shit to randomly people on the internet. So just so you're aware, you don't come off as like looking good in this situation. So hit me up on Instagram. Go to my page. There's a right above the banner. I got an Instagram address. Hit me up there. That way you don't look like a fucking moron trying to like talk tough on behind a keyboard. Like, come on, dude. Have a little self-respect, okay? I'm trying to help you out. you don't look like you don't look like, or keep talking. It's fine. Fuck yeah, America first. Yeah, everybody's yeah, a J in a circle on a keyboard. Yeah, I'm sure you would, dude. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. It's funny, these toothpicks could squat like probably 3 times more than you've ever had on your back, and you're gonna talk shit about me. Like, have you seen my page? Do you know I can squat 600 for reps at the weight of 220? I have like, are you aware of that? Have you ever attempted a 600-pound squat? No, I can tell you right now you haven't. So I don't know if you've been talking shit about my legs. Maybe work on yours. I don't know enough about Nick Fuentes to have fucking say anything, because honestly, I just don't have the patience to pay attention to any of that shit. Like, people watch these people argue online, and they're like either for or against whatever. But at the end of the day, none of them motherfuckers make policy. You know, they don't change the laws. So who gives a fuck? To me, it's just like a waste of effort, energy. Like, I have a hard time managing my own life. Why the fuck would I give a fuck about Palestine? Right? I had your mama on my shoulders. She doesn't weigh that much, dude. So, Jason, to get the embalming fluid off, hydrogen peroxide works really well. And she's not even dead, just so you know. She's still alive. You ever seen The Crypt Keeper? Yeah, I love Israel. Please send them money. I'm ambivalent. I don't really give a fuck about Israel. I know they're one of our allies, so if I was if I was active duty and they sent me there to defend them, I would. Nick Fuentes sends his regards. Okay, cool. Truex beams. I bet you'd have a lot of fun at our gym because we do sparring every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's everything from light technique sparring to like actually putting the pads on and going at it. You go as hard as you want to go. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you could gauge somebody, well, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, I mean, I'd love it, man. Like the couple people that have come into town and actually trained with me, we actually had a really good time. And afterwards, we went out and we got food and they drank, and I sat there and watched them drink, and we had a good time. We did karaoke. Spent the weekend here in Vegas. It was a lot of fun. What do I got on there? I think I got $4.95 on the bar. Which is, probably should put a belt on for this. This will be the heaviest I've gone since surgery. I think. I don't think I've gone up to $4.95 yet. Yeah. Working out is chud behavior. Well, I'd rather be a chud than a bitch. Marketplace. Which one are you? What is a chud anyways? I got called out when I went to a Warhammer place. The guy's like, you're an incel. I'm like, well, I'm married. An incel is a man that doesn't have sex even though he wants to. Wait, that's also a married man. So yeah, I guess I would be an incel. Huh. Nothing ever happens, chud. Where's the punctuation in that supposed to be? I don't know how to interpret that sentence. Is it nothing ever happens, comma, chud? Or nothing ever... Like, well, I don't know how to interpret that. I heard chud is a word to describe subterranean horse people. I actually have the movie. So it stands for CHU, Cannibal Humanoid Underground Dwellers. And it was a movie in the 80s. And yeah, I thought it was more of an insult for people who lived in their mom's basements. Because the movie was underground dwellers that never saw sunlight. But somehow now it represents weightlifters. When it's usually leveraged by people who need more sunlight in their life. So somehow that became an insult, but I don't know how to be insulted by it because it doesn't make any sense. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. I was close. I said cannibal. Matter of fact, I think I have the VHS. I'm going to laugh at this right here. Maggie. We used to have these things called VHS cassettes. Mortal Kombat. Did it. Overserved. Natural Born Killers. War of the Worlds, X-Men, Sin City. Oh, these are the newer ones. Oh, you know what, guys? I'll find it. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes of... Like, all this shit's online now. You don't even need this stuff. But I hate to get rid of it, you know? So, yeah, these are all CDs. And the ones in the back are the VHS. I'll pull those out. I'll find it, though. And I actually still have a VHS player, which would be kind of stupid if you didn't. Old man, I'll give you a wedgie at your own gym. You couldn't give me a wedgie. Have you ever? Do you understand how strong my butt cheeks are? If you tried to like get your hand in between them, I would pinch you so hard, it'd be like the human centipede. We'd have to go to the doctor to get your wrist removed. I'd clamp down on that bitch and be like, "Yeah, baby, what you gonna do now?" That shit, this is like fucking rock hard. Wedgie, please. or the alternative is you're threatening a fucking 51-year-old man about to be 52 years old and you're bragging that you could beat somebody who's almost an AARP member. Well, there you go. You're a real tough guy. Yeah, I told this old man that I would kick his ass. Well, I hope so. If you can't beat an old man up, what the fuck good are you? When I make it to the UFC, I'm gonna get KO'd round one by Islam. If not, I'm suing mixed martial artists. Oh, what's up, 420? Hi, boy. He's a Lance, or Terminal Lance. He's one of my members. Yeah, I think I got Islam on that one. Won't share fries. I love that name. Yeah, it's amazing what a little bit of a pump will do for you. That and good lighting. It's all lies, guys. This is all fake. It's just lighting. Come to the UK. We've been KO'd by Islam already. I would love to go to the UK. Are you telling me you would beat me at arm wrestling? That's fucking gay. You guys call me gay with fucking arm wrestling. You gotta touch another dude. Ugh. I can beat you at arm wrestling. Okay. Thumb wrestling? How about chess? Checkers? How about a spelling contest? Like, what's your fucking point? Do I look like I participate in arm wrestling? Old man, you're a pogue. You're goddamn right I'm a pogue. I'm a fucking proud ass pogue. You know why I wasn't a grunt, dumbass? Because I was smart enough not to be. I was an 0844 Field Artillery Fire Direction Controlman. I picked my job. I love my job, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. How many times have you deployed, dipshit? It's 2:38. Truex, man, hope you come back. I love it, brother. You can't spell I'm illiterate. Well, actually, I am too. I'm a Marine. Thank you, Albie. I appreciate it. You guys are fun, man. I like talking shit. I'm enjoying this. Thank you guys very much. Fucking pogue. Hell yeah, I'm a pogue. You know what? We were artillery tech support. That's what we were. Or infantry tech support. Be like, thank you for calling artillery. Press 1 for high explosive. Press 2 for illumination. What is the nature of your call for fire? Oh my god! Ah, for danger close, press 2. Please wait. Would you like point delay? Press now for fire for effect. What country was I born in? Well, I guess that's a good question. America, United States of America. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. Well, I'm proud to be an American. What is it? Freedom isn't free. No, there's a hefty fucking fee. Australia. Hell yeah. I've been to Australia. I've been to Perth. How do I get stronger? I'm tired of being bullied. Well, first you change your mindset. You're not a victim. You're a volunteer, even if it's for an ass whipping. Second, how do you get stronger? Fucking eat more and lift heavier. Progressive overload. If that's the one thing you can take away from anything you do, if you're going to lift weights, you got to do more than you did last time. And that's a really, really, really simplistic way of looking at it. But it's true across any training program whatsoever. Can you lot ask Donald to come invade UK and help us out? With some of the social media shit you guys got going on, it does concern me. I'll be honest with you. My family's from my mother's side immigrated from Liverpool. Well, they were Irish, but during the war they moved to Liverpool. And my great grandfather was a fireman on the Lusitania. As a matter of fact, if you go to Liverpool, there's a plaque there, and his name's on it. His name's John O'Toole. So we came over after World War II, and the point is on my mother's side we have Irish and English, and the attacks on freedom of speech, and the fact that you guys are now a Muslim majority country is terrifying because it makes me like you. I consider, the United Kingdom to be our closest ally, our brothers. I fought with you guys. We deployed. We deployed with the Royal Marines, and it just really bugs me the way that they're clamping down on their indigenous population, the people that were born and raised there for generations, for having an opinion on a bunch of immigrants that won't assimilate, and by their very nature of their religion look down upon the infidel. And the problem is you don't have well, not saying you, but generally there's not an understanding of what it is they're dealing with, and unfortunately it's just going to get worse. And I've been long wondering when the residents of the UK were going to rise up and fucking slay the people that are in charge of them. I would have dragged their asses out of their fucking seats up there in Parliament and hung them in public by now. But you could make the same argument for here in America. I mean, our government no longer serves its people either. So, I mean, is it the pot calling the kettle black? Or is it more a general concern from my brother about the freedoms that we're selling for what? I don't know. Yeah. We got Hitesh and Shahu. What's up? Yeah, you have gone full blown totalitarian, and it makes me very fucking sad to say. Um, it's never over till it's over. But just understand, Newton Health, that we're on the same side. So, what does that mean? Is there anything I can do for you? I don't know, but we are aligned, and it really saddens me to see what some of the shit that they're putting, like for having the wrong opinions on Facebook. If the police came to my fucking door, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a VR60 semi-automatic 12 gauge fucking shotgun, and I will die before somebody arrests me for posting on social media. You are out of your goddamn mind. I don't really want to be here that much to begin with, so going out that way sounds like a good time at least. I don't know. Oh, the idea, my brother, oh God, the idea that a cop could show up and say that I'm going to jail. And in Britain, are those cops even armed? Do they even have guns on them? Because if they don't, I got a cast iron skillet with somebody's forehead. Can you name any American weapons I have? Yeah, I got a Colt 1911. I've got a Colt AR-15. I got a Rock Island AR-15, although I think that was made in Turkey. I got a VR60, that's a Rock Island, that was also made in Turkey. You can see I got an FN, that was obviously Fabric National. Springfield Armory, that was made here in the USA. I got a Springfield Armory XD S45. I got a Springfield Armory M1A1, that was made here in America. Heckler & Koch, that was made in Germany. I got an HKP 2000, that's made in Germany. Let's see, I got a MP Shield, that was made here in Michigan. So yeah, there's a few. I got a few. But I got nothing wrong with, look, I don't care what country it's made in, as long as, like, I love my HK. That HKP 2000 is one of my favorite weapons, and that's straight German engineering. The VR60 shotgun I have, so I have two shotguns. I have a Benelli Nova, and it's a pump action 12 gauge with a 7-round tube. I got it all tacticooled out. And then I got the VR60, which by comparison is a pretty cheap weapon. It's not that expensive. I think $500 without the optics. So not that, but I put 1,000 rounds to that motherfucker, and I've never shells rather, and it's never misfired once. It had 2 misfires, and both of them were Winchester target ammunition, and they were both primer strikes. So the weapon didn't malfunction. The ammo did. And you can say what you want, but I would take that weapon any day of the fucking week, because I got a 19-round magazine in that bitch. And let's just say there was a mostly peaceful protest coming down our street, and all I had was my trusty VR60 with 19 rounds of fucking number 4 buckshot. I'm pretty sure I could stand off that entire protest by myself. and there's going to be a lot of people in the hospital. They might get me, but I ain't going first. I can tell you that. They call it the street sweeper. Kabug, 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 kabug. Oh, they're mostly peaceful. They're only burning some stuff. I do like my Benelli though. That's actually my wife's though. My wife would be like, "That's not yours, motherfucker. That's mine." Well, I mean, say what you want, but who paid for it? It is hers though. Dude, my wife is the one that turned me on to shotguns. When I was a Marine, I didn't really fuck with shotguns. If you weren't issued a weapon in the Corps, you didn't really do anything. Like, just because Marines use shotguns doesn't mean they gave one to everybody. And if you don't get issued one, you might never use it. So I wasn't really big on shotguns, and it wasn't until I met her, and she's a fucking assassin. She does like skeet and competition shooting. Um, and dude, she was hitting with Winchester Sabo slugs. She was hitting targets at 200 meters out, which I didn't even know shotguns could do because I played Halo and I thought they were just good for like 5 feet in front of your face. And then I put optics on it. I gave her a red dot and we sighted in at 100 yards. And when you're shooting slugs to that fucker, it's a laser beam on target every time. And I got to thinking, like, well, fuck, man. If I was in a self defense situation, would I rather have my little trusty 45, which I've been carrying for 20 years, or would I rather have that fucking shotgun? I'm taking the shotgun. Well, I mean, any shot. How strong a shotgun is pretty much going to depend on the length of the barrel and the efficiency of the buffer in it. And what's nice about the Benelli buffers is they do take a lot of the shock out of it. So I can shoot that Nova pretty much all day without any problems. And we're talking like the 3-inch Magnum slugs, no issues. And if I change that over to my Remington, what is it? The 858, the police issue Remington that's popular. Is it the 858? That one doesn't really have a buffer in it. It's just all tube, so it's all kabam. It's like, whoa. So after shooting, I would take the Benelli any day over that Remington. Hungry? Can we go to McDonald's? Fuck yeah, man. I'm 63 years old and I can beat you up in a tickle contest. You know what? I like it. Do you live in Nevada? Hell yeah, I live in Las Vegas, brother. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not even being threatening when I say come out to my gym. Like, I'm not threatening you to a fight. Let's get that clear. I'm saying if you guys come out to Vegas, we'll go to my gym and we'll spar. We'll throw the pads on. Like, first of all, the owner of the gym's not going to let a street fight go on in there. So, I mean, but I mean, we'll have a fun afternoon. We'll train, we'll hang out. If you beat the shit out of me, great. Um, I had it coming. Tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna get on a little bit earlier, and I'll actually do some like real bag work. Uh, it's pretty late. I just wanted to do some benching and some deadlifting. So after the last couple of weeks of rehab that I've gone through, I've decided I'm gonna compete in powerlifting again. So this is kind of day one of my training. And right today, I was just sort of getting a feel for it. I put 3 plates on the bar, did 5 reps, and did 495 for what, 3 reps. Real light stuff. We'll step it up. We'll as the weeks progress, I'm going to do some conditioning, so it's going to look like moderate weight, high rep stuff, and then see how the body holds up. And if everything comes along, I'm going to fucking compete. I'm going to take those records. I'm going to get in the USB Hall of Fame, and then. How are the gun laws in Vegas? Well, we have open carry. Oh, gun laws are great here in Vegas. Awesome. Open carry. Bring them. If you got a concealed permit and an out of state, you're welcome. Um, I don't like open carry personally because I think it makes you a target. I think it draws undue attention. But I encourage it because it is an expression of your rights. But for me, from a tactical position, I don't like it. I don't like the attention it draws. Um, but God damn it, I mean, you can open carry a fucking sword if you want to. I've got a 200-pound recurve crossbow with broadheads. I wonder if I could open carry that motherfucker. It's got optics on it too. 62 Bond 50s, hell yeah. You can't sleep because you're on too much testosterone, right? What's too much? Um, David, I work nights. You know that, right? Like, this is not late for me.
I don't know if you guys were aware of that, but I work nights. So, like, I'm usually sleeping till 11 in the afternoon. I go to bed right around, normally 2, 3 in the morning. But, you could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm a night owl. Big iron. Fuck yeah, dude. If I'm going to, no, you're fine, David. If I'm gonna carry, I got that. Oh, I got my Taurus. I got a oh, what is that fucking thing? It's the 44 Magnum. Oh, no, I can't. Last time I brought a handgun on live, they fucking cut my stream and gave me a suspension. But I do. I got a big ass fucking 8-inch barrel Taurus with a. It's 44 Magnum. I call it my boomstick. Jake Paul might be boxing Anthony Joshua. I don't. Here's the thing. I think Jake Paul's a legitimate boxer. I do think he's pretty good, but I don't. I can't stand. Like, he threw a fight with Mike Tyson. Mike would have fucking beaten the ever living shit out of him, and anybody that knows boxing that watched that knew that it was thrown, and I just can't forgive him for that. But Mike had also said that he just wanted to make a bunch of money, so I guess I can't hate on him either. Oh, Albie. So, like, yeah, if you can make your way out here, my son trains. He's 13. My daughter trains. She's 10. My daughter's got chops. She's pretty good. Um, and you be training with your being 15. You would probably be training with the adults, because I think you're too old for the kids. Mike needed money. He was in debt. Did he really though? I mean, his vape business was doing really good. Guys, I do. On that note, I do need to go to bed though. But I'm gonna stream tomorrow. In the past, I was saying I was gonna stream and I wasn't because I was going through a bit of a depression. But now that I've made a decision to compete, I'm gonna be getting after it because the messing around time's over. I'm gonna have a nice haircut tomorrow. But I had fun tonight, guys. I appreciate it. David, hell yeah, brother. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. I love you all. I'll see you on the battlefield.